everyone, hello, Roberto here for another video review. It's a special one, as they always are. It's the Galaxy Creamy Truffle Mini Eggs. Yeah, quite excited for these ones, to be honest with you. I mean, those you don't know, I don't know how long ago it was now, maybe 20 years ago, I think in the Celebrations chocolate selection. Galaxy's still in there, Galaxy Caramel and regular Galaxy, but they used to also have the Galaxy Truffle in there as well. And it wasn't exactly the same as this, it was kind of, wasn't too dissimilar shape to the egg shape. I guess it's more like an oval rugby ball shape sort of thing. And it had like a truffle centre, of course, being Galaxy Truffle, but it's more of it looked a bit more like a Milky Way centre almost, a bit greyer, a bit browner, I guess, maybe not greyer, browner. But it was one of the best in the set, that and the Malteser one were the two best in that set by far. Just because it was so different as well. I think the Malteser one you do see everywhere now, but the Truffle one just disappeared and was never really, you know, it never came out anywhere else. It never came out in other forms. I think Galaxy have done some truffles recently. I forgot what they are called now. They've done like, I don't know, just called Galaxy Truffles. Maybe that's what they're called. I did a caramel one and a regular one of those. But even those weren't quite the same. I don't think these are going to be quite the same, but they might be similar. To cut to the chase or whatever, or the TLDR, or whatever you want to say. These, you know, hopefully are reminiscent of those. But they might also be Galaxy's modern take on their versions of truffles, whereas it's not actually the same as the ones that you did in the past. But nonetheless, I'm excited to find out. Yes, it's just a bit. It's still pretty good. It's got the Galaxy's new wrapping here. You know, I did used to like it at first. You know, it's gone away from that sort of creamy coffee look to it and more distinct colours. But I think it's grown on me a bit. It's grown on me a bit, and it's got this sort of bow that looks a bit like a butterfly. I don't know what's going on there, but it looks good. Sort of flying around the like a fairy of some kind, I guess you could say. Bow fairy, I don't know. As we think about from Peter Pan. But flying around the chocolates now, why not? Why not? If I was a flying bow, that's what I would do. Now, as it says on the back, it says, little truffle-filled chocolate eggs that are great for Easter egg hunts, if you can bear to share, that is. Unwrap each delicate egg to indulge in the delicious smooth Galaxy chocolate and creamy truffle centre. It says milk chocolate eggs with an aerated chocolate centre, 33%. Milk chocolate contains milk solids, 14%. Says vegetarians, portions per pack 7, 400 grams, 561 calories, so well above the 500 to 550 threshold that chocolate products tend to have from my experience of doing the channel. 35 grams of fat, 20 of which are saturates, and per 10.6 grams, which is presumably either 1 egg or 2 eggs, 61 calories, 3.8 grams of fat, 2.1 of which are saturates. Yeah, I think there might only be 7 in the pack, you know, so that might just be per 1 egg, just from feeling it. 74 grams. You can see them here at the bottom there. You turn it upside down. You can see that it's very much half empty. Look at that. Pretty poor. And we've got these crimps at the bottom and top, don't forget, so they actually can't fit anything in. So before you even start, the bag is quite a substantial amount smaller than it appears. You know. So yeah. And it's still not full. Yeah, alright. Oh, there you go. So it's got 1 egg there. It's 10.6 grams. So yes, there must be 7 eggs in a pack, or should be 7 eggs in a pack. Alright, well, I'm quite intrigued by these, so I think we need to give them an open. So let's do it. Let's give them an open. Okay then everyone, I'm going to give these Galaxy Creamy Truffle Mini Eggs an open. So pretty excited for these ones. Should be 7 in the pack. We'll find that out if there really is. So yeah, let's without further ado, let's get into them. So what have I done? I've done about 1,000 reviews, believe it or not. Might have even done more by the time you watch this. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. In the top right hand corner, I've got a link to a playlist of all my other reviews. So what's some related ones? Other Galaxy ones, other mini egg ones, other Easter ones, other truffle ones maybe. So after you watch these ones, go check those out. Hopefully enjoy those too. Alright, yeah, so 7 eggs. I mean, you know, yeah, certainly. You'd think there'd be more looking at the pack, wouldn't you? But there we go. A lovely smell coming from these, actually. I must say, really nice smell coming from them. I think some of them, the wrapping's not perfect. There's that one there, for instance. So, you know, possibly will be releasing some aroma because of that. Not too keen on the look of these. I don't know. Look. Don't know. Look all right. I mean, I don't think they don't look quite the indulgent wrapper I'd expect from a Galaxy. But I mean, I know Galaxy isn't really. It's quite mainstream. It's not that special in practice, but in theory, it's quite an indulgent looking product. It's, you know, has something about it. You know, but I don't know if it's replicated on these wrappers here. Nonetheless, it does have the Galaxy G on it and the sort of fairy butterfly. It's more like, not a ribbon, but it's just actually a butterfly this time rather than a ribbon. You can see the antenna and stuff. So a bit strange that, I don't know why. I mean, the one on the wrapper is a bow, on the actual outer packaging, but the one here is an actual butterfly. So I don't quite get that really, a bit of strange inconsistency, but there we go. So it's designed by someone else, if you know what I mean, not the same person. All right, so let's move these away. Let's see. Okay, so what have we got? Some bits and pieces flying out here, so you can see, because the wrappers weren't perfect, see these little chocolatey bits that have come out. I feel quite light these, as well. Feel quite light. Right, let's open it up. Not usually a massive fan of creamy chocolate, but Galaxy chocolate really does work for me. It is quite a creamy milk chocolate. Right, loud bang there. Okay, I'd like it if this egg had a G on it. They seem to scrimp on the design of these chocolate eggs. Cadbury do the same. Strange, I don't know what that is there. But I'd expect that to have a G on it. It's a shame it doesn't. Yeah, this feels quite light. I guess it is a truffle, So it's going to be quite light. Let's give it a bit of a measure. Alright, let's see. About 3.3 centimetres in height. 3.2 there, I don't know. Between 3.2 and 3.3, I think 3.3 roughly, but yeah, roughly. And the width 2.4, and on the seam side 2.3, but again, it might depend. Give or take a millimetre, perhaps half millimetre. Alright, there we go. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Okay, well, I don't know what that is there. It looks a bit off-putting, but let's cut it down the seam, I think, so we'll see how filled it is, hopefully. Usually there's bits of gappage whenever two halves are joined together like this. Hard to cut. Well, that's not bad, There's a bit of gappage there, at least on this side, but I mean, that's acceptable, yeah. Hard to say whether it's going to always be like that, of course. We'll give one other an open just to see. I'd say the truffle doesn't look very truffly. It just looks like a chocolate filling. You know what I mean? It doesn't remind me of a truffle at all. So I don't know if it's just going to be a sort of, chocolate that's going to melt in the mouth kind of thing and just be a bit softer than the rest of it. All right, let's give it another chop. Got a bit of a gap in that one, you can see there. No strange darker piece on it this time, whatever that is. Maybe it's a shell of a bit of a minstrel that's got in there. Other Galaxy products. Yeah, look at that. I think these are well filled, and it just goes to show how poor the Cadbury products are when you compare them to these. These are pretty much filled as well as you can get, really, but the Cadbury ones are so terrible to the point where they actually collapse if you put any kind of pressure on them because there's just so much gap in the middle. But these are pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, you know what I mean? I mean, there's still a slight ridge in there, but I think that would be very harsh, really. They obviously can't overflow them because then it will come down the side of things when they put it together. So they've got to have some bit of, But I think that's as small amount as you could probably get. So I'm very impressed with that. I think that's really good. Really good. I think what we'll do actually, we'll cross section. We'll do a cut down the other side as well, just to see. Yeah, because it's not an airy truffle, is it? You know what I mean? It doesn't look fluffy. I think it's just going to be a sort of consistency that's quite. You can see the difference in colour there as well, can't you? But I think it's just going to be maybe a bit of a gappage there as well. I mean, let's talk about this lack of gappage, but you can see though when both halves are put together, that it does form a bit of quite a substantial gap. But it's, as I say, I can accept it in this case. I've definitely seen far worse than that, and I think it's within a sensible tolerance that I think it's permissible that they would have a bit of a gap because they can't fill it perfectly, and it's clearly slanted a bit as well. So it would, if it was straight, it would perhaps not be quite as emphasised on one side. But yeah, but you can see it's a different colour, and it's just going to be like a creamier chocolate centre, isn't it? So not a fluffy truffle. More to me, I guess there's always truffles, pralines, and what's the other one? Noisette or whatever it is. I think it is. There's a few different names for these kind of fillings. There probably is a technical difference, but to me they're very similar. So yeah, it's that kind of thing. I think it's just going to be a smooth melt in the mouth centre. But let's find out. Let's go lift myself up, give it a taste. Okay then, everyone, going to give these Galaxy creamy truffle mini eggs a taste. Yeah, look very indulgent indeed. Look very indulgent with a strange bow butterfly fairy thing flying around. Yeah, interesting. But as I said before, it doesn't really like it's got a different design on the artwork of the mini eggs themselves because it's actually a proper butterfly there with antenna and everything. But yeah, all right. Well, we got one that we sliced in half earlier, so we'll just have a full egg. I think. Why not? As I say, there's very minimal gappage in these, so that's really impressive. Bit of a gappage, but very minimal, especially when compared to Cadbury mini eggs, from my experience. Okay, let's give this a taste. You do get the nice Galaxy chocolate taste, so it's definitely. I mean, you'd expect it to be Galaxy chocolate, but it definitely is. Very smooth sensor. It's very, very smooth actually. It's a nice truffle actually. It's some truffles, especially ones in other chocolates and things. You know these Lindt chocolate selections and other things. When they have a truffle, it's just very boring, very mundane. This one though, it actually tastes like Galaxy chocolate. It's yeah, it's they've not put some cheap sensor in there, or well, not, Galaxy chocolate might be cheap. I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's expensive chocolate, but they've not done like a substitute that's not Galaxy. I can tell it is actually Galaxy or chocolate, or I don't know. It's derived from Galaxy chocolate, or has the Galaxy chocolate taste anyway in that truffle sensor. And it actually really works. It's I say other truffles I've had, I'm quite bored of them for the most part. To be honest with you, they're so mundane nowadays, but this one, it really does come across as Galaxy. And I think that's what you'd want. That's what you'd expect, isn't it? You wouldn't want it to just taste like some run-of-the-mill everyday other chocolates. And I seem to feel like even in the Galaxy truffles they did, I don't know if they're just called Galaxy truffles, but they did a separate pack of them. And they were Galaxy truffles, and they just, I don't know, they just weren't the same. They weren't very good. But they were alright. They were that kind of mundane truffle, just one that just tasted like anything else. But this one, I don't know. I mean, they've definitely done it right in this case. I find it difficult to believe it's a completely different truffle, but the other one tasted more. The other specific truffles you could buy in a pack tasted like a sort of rich cocoa filling rather than a Galaxy filling. Whereas this one, and that's okay, it's nice, but it's just very mundane nowadays. But this one actually is Galaxy truffle sensor. It's really nice. It's just really different and distinct. It's actually what the product's about. It's meant to be like this. You know what I mean? It's a Galaxy mini egg. If you've got a truffle sensor in a Galaxy, you'd want it to taste like Galaxy chocolate, and it does. I mean, I don't know. It could be that it's the impact of the chocolate surround is impacting the sensor as well, but I've definitely not experienced this from other Galaxy truffles that have been labelled. As they was ones they sold separately in those special indulgent-looking boxes that were a bit underwhelming. Now this is really nice. I mean, truffles for me, truffle sensors not as good as they used to be. I think is just in my opinion. I mean, they're not changed, but I think in my opinion I've changed a bit myself. I don't find them as indulgent as I used to because I got so used to them. They're just so prevalent nowadays. But this one definitely seems to be reminiscent. If it's very difficult to remember the ones from the Celebration selection box from years back, but I feel like this is very similar, to be honest with you. It's got that quality. It's just got that simplicity that it is a Galaxy truffle, but it tastes great. As a result of it, it tastes distinct. Yeah, I think these are really nice. I'm going to just open another one. I'm just going to see if I can just taste specifically the truffle to just see if it does actually taste of Galaxy itself in the truffle. It's going to be difficult, messy to do. I could have a mini spoon or something, but see what I can do. All right, so take a lump of it out. Okay, so there we go. So I've got a bit of a lump here. Let's give it a bit of a taste. I mean, it's very ephemeral. It just dissolves on the tongue quite quickly. Bit of a Galaxy taste. I mean, it's because of the nature of it and because it dissolves so quickly and this something. It's a bit harder to tell because it's just a lot creamier. So it's watered down. Not literally, but as far as the taste is concerned, it's more about the texture. But I could definitely tell that it had a bit of Galaxy substance behind it there. As in it did taste like Galaxy chocolate. I mean, not as strong as the actual chocolate, but coupled with the fact that it's surrounding Galaxy chocolate, you can just tell it has a better quality taste to it. The quality taste is right. It just tastes like Galaxy. It just has a better. It just tastes like what you'd expect it to. It's not pretentious. you know, it's not just boring and run of the mill like the actual truffles are released separately in those big boxes. Like I say, this actually tastes like a galaxy chocolate in truffle form in a sense, and it's got the surrounding galaxy as well, which tastes great. It's really nice, this one actually. I'm very happy with it. I think it's got a lovely texture, and as I say, the surrounding chocolate is nice and thick as well. It tastes like galaxy. The centre's creamy, but not ridiculously so. It's well balanced. It's well proportioned. So you get a good amount of chocolate on the outside. You know, it's quite thick. This is where I took the chunk out before. It's not normally like that. So it's quite a thick chocolate. I mean, it looks quite thin if you look at this picture. But I'm glad it's thicker. You know, I want it to be thick. I want to have that galaxy chocolate. I want it to be noticeable. And I think it's just well proportioned. So you get a good smoothness of the truffle in the centre, and it, you know, melts in the mouth, but you've got enough chocolate there to give you the galaxy taste. And I think it complements it. You know, the truffle complements the galaxy chocolate. And it tastes like galaxy in itself as well. I mean, not as much so as the actual chocolate because it's just the very nature of it. But I could tell it's a galaxy truffle, you know. Or at least it comes across that way. So either they've balanced the chocolate on the outside perfectly with it. But when I did have a scoop of it, you know, separately, I could detect a galaxy taste from it. So could have been I was expecting it, so imagined it. I don't know, but yeah, if you love truffles and galaxy, this is a 5 out of 5 for sure. I think for me, I've cooled a bit on truffles in recent years, and not quite the special thing that they used to be. But this is definitely reminiscent of the truffle from Galaxy Celebrations all those years ago, and it's definitely a truffle done right to the brand. I'm very happy with this one. It's really nice actually. It's a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting it to be this good of a quality. I thought it was going to be a very typical truffle, like they've done in their other products, like I keep mentioning. So for me, an easy 4.5 out of 5 for sure. Yeah, really nice. Very impressed. Okay, I so enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program. Leave a comment and leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And check out the Discord server as well. Links are in the description for that and the member program. Have a great day. Click on one of these links that's appearing on screen now, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.